Australia under torrential rain raced into a 15-0 lead early in the second half with Jorgensen's 50-metre try and solid control from their pack including Will Skelton and Nick Frost, who dominated the breakdown. A lightning storm delayed play for 38 to 40 minutes. Australia re-entered, focused, while Lions appeared static, leading into defensive breakdown. The Wallabies extended to 22-5 through Michael's try. Lions scored late through Jack Morgan and Will Stewart, but it was too little, too late. The final score, 22-12, Australia salvaging pride and preventing the unwanted clean sweep. Nick White was the farewell hero. In his final test, Nick White delivered a performance to remember. An expert game manager, defensive heart and constant presence, rated an astonishing 9 out of 10 by pundits as he controlled the tempo and riled up the tourists with his tenacity. Australia's pack and backs linked through White's direction and discipline. His leadership ensured the Wallabies stayed aggressive and effective under pressure. The player ratings and the key performance. The highest rated are the Wallabies, including Nick Frost and Skelton, earned 8 out of 10 for physical dominance. The Lions' ratings were poor. No player higher than 6 out of 10. Byrne and Kinghorn led the effort, but backline, especially Aki, Jones and Russell, struggled in the wet conditions. Injuries, however, did play a part. Maro Itoje, Tommy Freeman and James Ryan were ruled out during the match. Fatigue and lack of match sharpness also, after 8 weeks, probably showed. But what does this all mean? What does this mean for Andy Farrell? He showed frank disappointment. He admitted frustration at not getting the 3-0 clean sweep, calling Australia the better team on the night. Criticism of selection and preparation. Some pundits called the Lions squad the worst since 2005, pointing to an over-reliance on Irish players and little rotation in the tight rotation. I personally feel this is harsh on the squad as a whole. On the lightning delay. Unlike Australia's organised warm-up plan, the Lions appeared disconnected, some players even on phones. Farrell called criticism utter rubbish, saying their strategy came from experts. However, there is future potential. Despite the loss, reports have suggested Farrell is open to touring again in 2029. If he returns, he'd match Gatland's 4 tours, but he'd also need to prove he can evolve as a coach and pick those players that are needed for each game.